Good day, tubes. Well, today we're going to start right from scratch on this little machine. We're going to show you what it is first, and then we will carry on with trying to make it run. So it's a what they call a Honda clone, and we'll start from there. That means it's probably made somewhere else besides Japan or North America. So at first glance, it looks like it's a portable powered something, right? Like, but we know it's not a weed whacker or a lawnmower or anything, so we'll turn it around. And it's a generator. And it's a 1200 watt generator, so that it's almost like a regular plug-in circuit, but not quite. Just give you a quick little rundown. It does turn over. So now I'm going to take the cover off the air cleaner, and we're just going to see if we can make it run. Yes, and I'm going to wear this to protect my face just in case the little engine backfires, because I don't think with all of that crud in the gas tank that it's going to feed fuel through this line and into the carburetor. In fact, I know it won't. I looked at it. So don't try this at home, and if you do it at your own risk. The trouble light is turned on, plugged into the outlet of the generator. We're going to squirt a little bit of gas into the carburetor. And let's have some fun. Well, that was cool. So the reason why I did that is it tells me a couple of things. The engine has enough compression to run. Number two, the electrical part of the generator, this is the generator portion, it is actually doing its job, sending electricity through the cord and up to the trouble light. So that tells me that I think it's worthwhile to carry on, take the carburetor off and clean it. It is so gummed up inside the carburetor that I have to use quite a bit of force right there, if you can see that, to change the throttle on the carburetor, and I don't want to break anything. So that was a fun start. So the next part of this video is a really bad video as far as the quality of the video is concerned, and it just shows the gas that comes out of this tank and why you should never ever leave a machine for more than a few months with the gas in the tank. There, the inside of the tank doesn't look too bad. I rinsed it twice with good gas, but look what I got out of there. That's the gas that came out of the tank. Now that black stuff in the bottom, that's water. So I'll try and move slow here. So that's what old fuel does when it sits around. And that's why we empty them. Well, hey tubes. We're going to continue working on this little generator now. We've got two problems. One, we've got a really dirty tank, although it's been rinsed twice with gas. And then the other issue, big issue, is the carburetor is dirty. We don't know how dirty it is. And we're going to have to take it apart and clean it with carburetor cleaner. So we'll carry on. We'll put a lot of this on fast forward so that you don't get too bored. And two things are dangerous, or many things are dangerous in the small engine stuff. One is fuel and accidental combustion. You can have a little tiny bit of gas laying around here and you forget that the gas is here. You put something in the vise and you grab a grinder and hit it, and the grinder sparks ignite the fuel, and you've got a mess. You've got a not a mess, you've got a dangerous situation. And the other major thing with small engines is the rotating mass. These things, from even 1 horse to 10 horse, if they've got a blade or even a weed whacker end, that thing is stronger than you and it'll hurt you. Lawnmowers have decapitated more fingers than you care to admit. And of course, everything we do on YouTube, you have to mention the risks. There is, it's just crazy dangerous, and you just have to be mindful all the time because it is dangerous. We're pulling the carburetor off the 2 bolts, just like the other 5 horsepower, and we're going to undo the linkage at the same time. If we can. There it is. And the dampening spring. Good. We're there. So that's all there is to taking out the carburetor. Now, early in the video you saw this was really stiff. This is the throttle linkage on the other side. Choke on this side, self-explanatory. And this side is the throttle linkage, and it's gummed up. If you look, can you see? Right in, there we go. You can see right inside there that black stuff. So that's what's making this arm so stiff. So we'll do that. And now we're going to pull the tank off, and we'll do both jobs at once. Okay, tubes, we're there. We have the tank off. Now I can really work on it. And this is what the generator looks like without a tank. So now I can easily get at the carburetor, or at the spark plug and clean that. Dust it all out with an air compressor, get all of this crap away, and we'll see. Alright guys. Now I try all different kinds of things. I just use my imagination. This is just a plastic hose, and I've tie wrapped a rag to the end of it, and I'm just shoving it in here to pick up particles of stuff in the tank. And actually works pretty darn good. Right. I just thought of this. It's not something I've seen, but for my YouTube friends, maybe it's something you can do at home. Now you just have to be careful that you don't lose the rag in the tank, but the rag is big enough that I can pretty much fish it out with a wire, even if it comes off this thing. I'm just going to pour gas in here, put the lid on, make sure it doesn't leak, and rinse it twice more. Okay tubes, the tank is out drying in the sun now, and now we're going to work on this carburetor. We know right now that it is gummed up. You can even see the gas residue there. So we're going to just work away here. Look at that, that's how good this stuff is. No, already. Look at that. It's a beautiful thing. I don't want to break anything though, you have to hold on to them. Oh! Oh, I don't like putting them in the vise. We'll do it inside a piece of cloth. Holding on, it's not even tight in here, you see that? But I'm just doing that so I can get a hold of this bottom bolt here. Oh. So the bowl has a bit of sediment in it, but respectable. Now we're going to take out the float. That should just pull out like that. And then this should lift. I don't want to break anything. I just don't know if this is going to lift out of here or not. This part of the carburetor right here is gas on and gas off, this lever, and I got it out, and this jet right here comes out where the float goes in. This is the float, sits up on top of here, the needle goes in here, so that jet is clear. See that? But this jet is the one that lines up with the inlet where the gas tank connects, and it is plugged solid with crud. So I'm just working on getting that done. The rest of it looks like it's going to be okay. Now we're starting to get somewhere. I want to spray the camera, that you can see it where my baby finger is right there. There's starting to be some crud come out of there. So we'll shoot that. There we go. And another thing you have to watch for, folks, is these little rubber gloves. The carburetor cleaner is so strong that it dissolves the rubber gloves, and that can get into your carburetor. Okay, talk to you later. Alright tubes, we're putting the carburetor back together again. This is the gas on and off shut-off valve. I've got a piece of clean plastic tubing, and I want to make sure that the on-off valve works and the float. So watch this. So that seems to be working. So now we're going to put the emulsion tube into the carburetor, and we'll tap it down with a screwdriver. And then we take the jet, which was plugged with stuff, and that has a slot for a screwdriver in the top. We put that in there like that, and we tighten it up with a screwdriver that has a flush shaft like that. That one just fits perfectly. And when you tighten them up, you don't give it all you got, because it's made out of brass. And now, I think we're there. I have to just check the generator for a second. So this is nice and loose now. Choke is activating. So it all goes together at once, right? There we go. Well, hi guys, I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I've just hooked up an old Tecumseh lawnmower tank in series with my carburetor here, so that I don't have to spend all that time mounting the tank, taking the tank off, mounting the tank, taking the tank off. This just gives me a portable, temporary, but reliable fuel supply. Choke. I'm actually kind of proud of this one. I don't know if it's going to start again, but I've got the fuel tank on with the gas filter. Let me show you that. Put a little gas filter in series. Whoops, there we go. I put a little gas filter in series with the carburetor, because this tank had a lot of sediment in it. So now we're going to start her up. That's choke.